has found the ultimate lamp. Just finished at my first location. That was lightning. I am soaked. Luckily, it started raining as I was finishing up at the first location, but oh my god, those were some chunky water drops. I wish I had a towel in the car, but ooh, that's more thunder. I am a bit nervous about going to my second location because the second location is also on the coastline and outside. If I have to skip it, I have to skip it, but yeah, of course I picked a coastal trip during a thunder and lightning storm. That sounds about right. I'm gonna drive to the next location anyway, see if it clears up by then. See how we go, but yeah, I am very damp. It raining. Well, today's plan's taking a little bit of a hard left because I checked and it doesn't look like the storm is going to ease up until for like another 5 hours. And I mostly planned outdoor activities today. But that's why I am going to go grab lunch because I am really hungry. There's some nice stuff around here. I just parked in the hotel's car park. But check-in doesn't actually start for another 2 hours, so I'm probably gonna go get something, I'm probably just gonna get some food and then eat it in the car, knowing me. Because I was gonna eat it near the beach, but I don't want to sit in the rain. Funny that. Oh, this looks so good. Oh. Alright, let's eat this. This is so pretty. Just so obsessed with this carpet. It's so good. Okay, I'm not used to staying in a hotel this nice, but I got it on Boxing Day discount, so I am enjoying it. It feels so nice. Yeah, the receptionist escorted me to the room and like showed me around the room, which I've never had that happen before. Usually they just give me the key and tell me good luck. But yeah, I'm just gonna show some of the toiletries as well. So they've got obviously hand wash and body lotion, but they have dental kits, which is toothbrush and toothpaste, soap bar, sanitary bag, shower caps. But I thought this was really cool. A little sewing kit, which I have not seen in these before. Yeah, that was a sanitary bag. Vanity set includes an emery board, which was a nice little surprise, and a shaving kit, and of course fancy shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. But yeah, I cannot wait to try out the shower. Oh, it looks so nice. The Boxing Day sale I booked under also included a free breakfast, but they said they weren't sure if it was just me or someone else coming too, so they just gave me 2. So I think I'm tempted to have one of these for dinner actually. But they look so good. And enjoying the complimentary teas. I already had one of the chais. The chai is really nice. And complimentary sparkling water. Like, that's how you know it's fancy, when it's complimentary sparkling. Ooh la la. Since my activity plan was kind of ruined from all the rain, I may have accidentally already taken like a 3-hour nap on this bed, but it's so comfy. It knocked me out. I did not expect to sleep that hard. There goes the spirit of Tasmania. She's still going. Now, every time I come to the coast, I tend to realise that unless the shoreline is absolutely dripping in coastal plants, I don't vibe as hard with it. It smells different, there's less variety of birds. Look at the devil. More seagulls. But yeah, when it's just the sand and seaweed, the vibes are not for me. Although, listen, I am sat next to some pig's face, which is technically an edible succulent, but this is a good way to distinguish. Just because it is edible does not mean it's good for eating. If I find a way to prep it without being completely revolted, I'll let you know, but until then, it's gross. I totally would have done this if it hadn't have been raining when it was open. Oh well. Better luck next time. What horrors have you seen, friend? What horrors? Well, that's fun. The miniature railway is looking for volunteers. Only I didn't live so far away. You can see Melbourne all the way over there in the distance. Feels so far away right now. The sunset is starting to hit the skyscrapers over in Melbourne. The city looks like it's glowing. I don't think I mentioned it yet, but I'm staying at the Portarlington Grand Hotel, and I'm very impressed with it so far. It's the next morning. It took me a long time to convince myself to get ready. I'm about to leave to go to the Queen's Cliff Historical Museum. The croissants the hotel gave me, really nice. Though I am feeling super anxious about my cats today. I'm trying to resist the urge to drive the 3-hour round trip to go back and check on them, but I have a pet sitter and I'm literally going home tomorrow. They'll be okay. That's what I'm telling myself, at least. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Okay, let's go to this museum. Oh, that was actually a pretty nice drive to the museum. I am here like an hour after I intended though. But yeah, it's my fault for not getting ready on time. So hopefully I've given myself enough time to actually see everything, because I am very meticulous about going through museums. It takes me way longer than it should. Yeah, I don't think my best friend likes going with me anymore because they just speed through and I'm like 3 exhibits behind still reading everything. It doesn't work. There was a really nice section of the drive where I was surrounded by really large trees and bushes and you could just see the ocean peeking through on one side. That was really pretty. I also went past a field that was filled with blue flowers and a white horse just walking through it, and that was some picturesque nonsense. I wish I had gotten a photo of that, because goddamn, what the hell, how was that real? Museum, museum, museum. Oh, it's so hot in the car. I regret not putting the sun visor up. That was really sweet. I actually really liked that museum. The 2 volunteers I spoke to as well, John and June, was so lovely. And June especially, wealth of knowledge. She, like, you could talk to her for so long. I actually have a reservation now at a distillery, so I am going to pop over there, which is good because I'm starting to get hungry actually. So the last part of that trip, my GPS took me down not only a gravel road, but a gravel road with like severe grooves on it, almost like a washboard. My car was vibrating so much I thought it was going to fall apart. Who decides that? And the speed limit for that was 80 k's. No, that is wrong. It is going to be a cold day in hell when you catch me doing 80 k's on a road like that. Absolutely horrible experience. I cursed the GPS. Okay, I guess the car must have vibrated so much that when I tried to open my sparkling water, it just fizzed up everywhere. Anyway, I'm at my location now. Let's go get some food. I'm back at the hotel, honestly debating whether I want to go outside again or not today. The heat knackered me. But I did buy some goodies at the distillery, so I spent too much money. But that would be a good little thing to share with people when I get back. Oh, the receptionist here is so nice. She let me know that she left breakfast for me tomorrow morning in the fridge when I went past. Whoever designed that dirt road that was shaped like corrugated iron and covered it with gravel, you can go to hell. That was the worst thing to drive. My car is 25 years old. I'm surprised it made it through. Luckily my GPS didn't take me back on that road on the way back, but God, that was the worst road. I don't know if this is a common feature in hotels these days. It should be. But this is the first time I've been in one that you can Comcast to the TV. So I get to watch all my favorite YouTubers while chilling on the bed and eating leftover pizza. It's a good time. You know, it's always interesting traveling with a chronic illness because you never quite know where your limit is going to be. I'm feeling a little bit shit today. I'm not quite at my limit, but my muscles are spasming a little bit. And of course I didn't remember to pack magnesium. I packed probiotics for my poor sensitive tummy, but did not think to pack magnesium for my poor sensitive muscles. The main reason I'm even here today, over in Portarlington at all, is tomorrow morning, and it's going to be the most strenuous part of the trip. So this is going to be interesting. I reckon as soon as I get home, I'm going to crash super hard. But until then, we'll power through. I can die when I get home. I'm all packed and ready to go. I think I'm actually going to miss this room, particularly that giant pile of pillows. That was so comfy.
It's just coming
there
out.
it is. Yeah, check it out. Corner to corner.
Getting blood splatter on my arm. Gloves from the mozzies.
Yeah, good.
Alright, we're finished up at the site. We got rid of mostly flaxseed broom and podostrum. There was a couple of inkweeds as well. I did not expect to be eaten alive by mozzies though. I am covered in like 3 different kinds of bug spray. Didn't help. I'm probably going to be coated in bug bites when I get home. Pain in the butt. But I got a little walk recommended to me, which leads to a lookout point nearby, and that's what I'm on to now. A little adventure while I'm still wearing all my sun protection. Let's go. You know, I can smell the ocean, but I can't quite see it yet. I always love meeting everyone at these little, I guess, land care events where we just like ended up weeding for about 3 hours and then we had morning tea together. That was really nice. Not as yet meeting people from all around. Most people were from this area, but I got some contact info of a few people and I got invited out to Bowen Heads later for a little rock pool ramble. So I'm tempted to go do that. It'll be fun. Now that there is a patch of mistletoe. I don't know if you can see the little orange flowers on it. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, we have a patch of biddy-bid here. They're identifiable from these very spiky flowers, which are a pain in the ass to remove if they get stuck on you. This looks like the lookout point I was trying to find. Alright, so I believe that patch of water is Swan Bay. And then past that you can see the ocean. I am very exposed to the sun out here though, so I don't want to spend too long out here. Had a quick water break. There's a bench there. Oh, that was cute. It wasn't a long walk. Even after getting lost and taking the wrong trail, I was only like 10-15 minutes. I think if I hadn't got lost it would only have been 5, but it's fine. Oh, back in the car. I don't know why I didn't expect it to be so hot in here. I am going to try and find some lunch because I'm starving, but I am very tempted to stick around to go to the rock pool rambles because that just sounds fun. And I haven't done the rock pools for a couple of years. The last time I did it was actually for uni. So let's head out. Fingers crossed I can find some carnivorous snails because I really love them and I love telling people about them because it usually horrifies them. My phone was very slowly starting to die, so I left it on charge at the hotel reception, and then I took the book I was reading and just sat under the shade of a tree by the ocean to read a few chapters. I didn't notice at first, but the tree I was sat under was filled with corellas because they were dead silent. I'm not used to them being quiet. They are not quiet birds, but they were all dozing in the tree and it was really cute. And then I'm about to head over to Bowen Heads to do like another little ecology meetup. I'm already exhausted, so we'll see how we go. Good God, I'm so tired. Alright, I switched to my Wellingtons for this part of the trip. Okay, I realised after reviewing the footage of the next bit that I never gave a warning. Now you'll see me touching some marine creatures in the next bit, but I know what they are. I have done biodiversity studies in this area previously, and I was with a group of experts. So you'll see me touching things like whelks and elephant snails and etc. But I know what they are. I know they're not dangerous. I also want to point out that Australia has a lot of dangerous wildlife, especially marine creatures. Things like, well, the ones I'm particularly worried about people copying me is picking up cone snails, because cone snails, very pretty shells. If those barbs hit you, there is no antivenom, you will go down. So if you don't know what you're touching, just leave them alone. Just, in general, just leave wildlife alone. Okay, just enjoy the footage, don't copy me. Is a little sea anemone that's hiding all its tentacles since it's out of the water. When the tide comes back in, it'll be in full action. I don't know if you can hear me over the wind, but this place has so many different kinds of seaweed. It actually has more varieties than, I guess, more thought of seaweed places like Japan. So people actually come here to study it. This spot's mostly dominated by Neptune's necklace, where it's laying flat down at the moment. When the tide comes in, this all stands up. A bunch of the varieties in here are also edible as well. Carnivorous snail. If you can see on camera, they've got that little notch on the bottom here, and that's how you know it's a carnivorous snail. If you find shells along the beach that have holes drilled out of them, that's because these guys have drilled a hole, sent enzymes into them, dissolved them, and sucked their guts back up. So yeah, I love carnivorous snails, but they do freak out a lot of people. Limpets. Now limpets basically feel like they've been cemented onto these rocks. In reality, they're just holding on really tight. Like holding on for dear life. They are also one of the most studied organisms, so if you ever want to look up about them, you'll find research papers. You'll definitely find so many. Here we have little barnacles. Now you can think of these guys almost like upside down shrimp. And you think like upside down with those little legs, and when the tide comes up, they'll open up and those little legs will come out and just start grabbing at stuff. So yeah, cool little guys. Now I'm sorry I didn't find any blue soldier crabs because they're one of the rare crabs that actually walk forward instead of sideways. But these little balls of sand are evidence that they're here because they tend to take mouthfuls of sand, kind of chew them up, get all the little bits that they want out of them, and then spit out the remaining sand, and that's how you end up with these little balls. I've now finished down at the rock pools. That was really good. We saw a lot. It was nice remembering all the stuff I learned previously. Yeah, I had some really good talks with some of the experts. Might have gotten a little volunteer opportunity in the future, so I'll follow that up later and see where that leads. But yeah, that was really good. I'm so tired. I think I'm gonna wait for a little bit for the sun to go a bit further down before I start driving, so I don't drive with the sun in my face. So I might find a shady patch to read my book. If I constantly sound out of breath at this point, it's because chronic fatigue is really hitting me now. So I'm just going to be out of breath just from leaning forward, trying to take my shoes off, etc, etc. So yeah, joys of being chronically ill. Yay! And I'm now a third of the way home. I decided to break up the drive home into 30-minute blocks because honestly, my body is starting to hurt. And my right shoulder is definitely starting to give out on me. So yeah, I'm doing it in blocks so I can get home safely. Yeah, I am excited to get home though, I tell you what. Hopefully I have enough energy to shower because I feel gross. I've been in the sun all day. All day. I've made it home. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I left the GPS on way longer than I needed to, just because I like it when it says welcome home. I think it's cute. But also, I noticed this after I got back in my car after my second stopover, is that my car kind of smells like the ocean now, which smells really weird out of context. I think it's because my Wellington boots are just in the footwell down here, and they were a very good choice for the rock pools because I was ankle deep in water most of the time, and not only are they waterproof, but they also have thick soles to protect my feet from all the spiky rocks, but also like decent tread on them because they're very slippy, especially the closer you get to the water. They get very slippy. So they protected me well. Anyway, I'm gonna get as much as I can inside my apartment before I crash. As soon as I lay down, it's gonna be over for me. But let's go say hi to the babies because I've missed them. Hey, hello, Charlie. Do the bags smell weird? I heard the pet sitter fell in love with you, which I'm not surprised. You are very charming. I'm just sweetie. Do my shoes smell like the ocean? Yeah, baby. Do I smell weird? I bet I smell very weird. Jerry has a ritual of doing this to my bags whenever I come home. It's just gotta be done. You having a good time, baby? You are having the best time. So, update on the mosquito bites. They are so bad on my arms, it looks like I have chickenpox. Luckily they're not very itchy, but like, what the hell? My fault for wearing tight-fitting sleeves, I guess, but I was wearing 3 different brands of bug repellent by the end of it. Did nothing. Absolutely useless. So, it turns out I'm allergic to mosquito bites. Luckily, because I'm allergic to a lot of things, I was very much able to just use what I have at home to treat it. So, loads of antihistamines, and I got the hydrocortisone cream as well, which honestly is doing a pretty good job. But yeah, didn't realize I was allergic until, well, it was radiating a lot of heat. It looked awful. It was also, some of them were blistering, and my wrist and elbow joints swelled up, which was fun. It was not nice waking up and not really being able to move my arms. But yeah, I'm fine. I am recovering really well. You can barely see them now. They're doing fine. They're fine. It'll take a few more days and they'll be gone completely. But yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out some better strategies to avoid the more aggressive mosquitoes, because I've never come across mosquitoes that level of aggressive before. I was wearing so much bug spray. They did not care. Yeah, I'm gonna update my strategy and yeah, better luck next time, I guess.